different platforms. We are going to see us on Binance Live, on YouTube Live, and let's also add some Twitch Live. Twitch Live, that would be cool. And we can
Wow.
also, yeah, we can also add X Live or Twitter Live,
Right.
right? Since they changed
Yeah.
the name, yeah, sometimes I still don't really catch
I
up
always
with
call it Twitter.
it. Yes,
I call it Twitter, but I've been quick to change to post. Post something instead of tweet something. That's easy to catch on to.
right, right. Or X something. Okay, I'm going to start our countdown video for our audience to get ready. Let's go.
All right.
GM, this is really GM because it's 7 a.m. over here in East Coast America. And we are very happy to have the one, the only Web3 Cowboy, Alex, over here back to our AMA session. Previously, we conduct our AMA on Twitter or X Space, whether you prefer to call it. And this time, we prefer to invite Alex to our Binance live streaming so that we could see you finally. Yeah.
Hey.
Awesome. And we could also check out some amazing video from the game. So Alex, would you like to introduce yourself to our audience? So far we have over 300 live views. Thank you.
Hey, welcome. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here again. This is well, you're my favorite host. Last time we got to chat English and Chinese and Taiwanese. It was a lot of fun.
Definitely,
So
yes.
yeah, as you mentioned, I'm Alex. Yeah, thank you. As I mentioned, I'm Alex, or as you mentioned, Alex. We're from Chalk River Metaverse, the Wild West Metaverse. I'm from the small town of Chalk River originally, a tiny little town in Canada. And now, actually, for you, it's GM. GM for me, it's almost good night. Good night. I think we're about 13 hours difference. I'm over here in Taiwan.
That is nice. Thank you so much for the intro. Yes, it's always great to have someone, yeah, from I should say, my grandparents' hometown over here, right? And then to do our AMA session together. Especially, I remember last time I was so surprised that Alex could also speak the dialect, right? Southern, well, the Taiwan dialect. So it was really, really interesting because I could just practice with you. Yeah, and I remember that was the time I just came back from Taipei visiting my grandma, so which is just a great coincidence. Let's catch up from last time. So since last time, how's everything going, Vendetta games? And I remember the mint was quite successful and then sold out quickly, and also the price was great. And after that, I believe, yeah, we got a lot of new holders, right? So how's everything going? Because yeah, we finally come back to our bull market again. So,
Yes. Well, be careful. Don't jinx it. But yes, it looks like things are getting better. Yeah. No. Yeah. We had the free mint last time we were talking. It was just before the free mint, our Frontier Pass, and it went very very well. It minted out literally in seconds. And I mean, it's a great pass to have. The people who are holding it are now soft staking it in their wallets, earning points, bounty points that they can earn. Well, they will earn a portion of a pool of VDT tokens based on how many points they have.
nice.
And yeah, yeah. So it's a nice thing to have. I think we trended like 3 or 4 times on OpenSea before. Unfortunately, we got taken off of OpenSea because since they are tied to a pool of VDT, it was against the terms and services of OpenSea. So now you can only find them on Blur and Looks Rare and Rareables.
I see. Well, yeah, sometimes the OpenSea's policies is really kind of unfriendly, right, for the creators and also for the users. But we still could check it out on Blur and also Rarible. So friends, be sure to do that because holders has benefits, right? Just like Alex said that if you hold it and then you don't list it, it's kind of like soft staking, right? get points and more. Because previously, before we officially start today's MA session, Alice and I were just talking about what are the holder benefits, because I'm also a holder. So I definitely want to ask it for our fellow holders. Do you mind to share us the connections between the first collection and the upcoming collection? Thank you.
Yeah, so aside from the VDT pool of tokens that they're going to get, it's also, basically your OG pass. So when we reopen the game in March or April, they'll be the first players who can join our closed alpha. Of course, they're always, being that they're our OG members, they get their Frontier passes with benefits. So we have this new collection coming up, another free mint of loot boxes, and for every Frontier pass you hold, you get a guaranteed mint spot. So if you hold 1, you get 1. If you hold 5, you get 5, and so on and so forth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why always so generous? Why always free mint? It's already the market situation is getting better and better, and also especially the MD market, right? Why does the Vendetta team decide to keep it free mint for the second part as well?
We're all about community. I mean, this really helps build a community. It helps give value to the people who are there from the beginning. It helps give value to the Frontier Pass holders. It also helps us to introduce parts of our game. So this new mint, it's not just a random mint. As I mentioned, loot boxes, and there's logic behind the loot boxes. I mean, of course, when there's loot, there's also money. So yeah, you can loot some VDT, you can loot some of our in-game gold dust, but most importantly, you can loot different raw materials. And these raw materials can be crafted together to make in-game items. So it kind of introduces that crafting feature that's in our game.
That is marvelous. But how does the team get some profits? Because we know that a healthy project, right, in order to survive long term, you have to earn money, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, we have to earn money. I didn't look a healthy Web3 game company isn't. I don't think can rely on NFTs for profit, right? I mean, even if we do a mint, I mean, let's say maybe 100K, 200K, which is not a small chunk of change, but it's also not something to keep us alive. So really, this brings in players, and players are what's going to keep us alive and how we're going to earn money in the long run. So we're basically creating the market for it. Yeah, so I mean, if players get this, they find it, they create and craft their own in-game guns and weapons that they'll use, then the idea is they'll come and play in the game and use them in the game.
That is just marvelous, and I totally agree with you that actually a strong, right, and a healthy project, whether it's gaming project or other type of project, should really not rely on issuing entities to make money from their community members, right? There will be some other ways, and also it's definitely a great way to encourage more people to join in. Because think about that, if people thought that, okay, we have to make this MT that costs at least $200, or maybe like 0.5 Ethereum, then not many people would be able to join, and then to participate and play the game, right? So that is definitely a smart.
Yeah, I mean, this creates the market, right? It warms up the market. It creates the community of gamers that are going to come in and play. And like I said, actually, let me share a screen. Maybe I can show a little bit about it.
Of course, definitely would love to see more. And so far, we got 688 live views over here. Awesome.
Holy cow. There we go. All right.
That's a good number, 688.
Yeah. Liu Fa Fa, huh?
Yeah, Liu Fa Fa. Nice. You know the code.
Okay. So, the last number of my phone number is 1818. Ifa, Ifa, Itzafa.
Itzafa. No wonder the project Vendetta again, Itzafa, just keep going and wow, booming. Nice.
I'm into the numbers. This is also why the first mint was 888. And this one actually is also it's 2,689. Leo Baggio. Faggio.
Wow. Wow.
The only thing I knew was the 1,000 with Ilu Faggio, but it's just Erlu Faggio.
Nice, definitely.
Okay, so this is it, the Vendetta games. The dubs and duds. Can you see this, guys?
Yes,
Clear?
we all can see it. Yes, clearly.
Okay, the dubs and duds collection. So it's a free mint, focus on crafting, enriches 13 materials with unique purposes. Of course, you can get these rare, epic, and legendary items: leather, metal ore, walnut, epic and legendary gold nuggets, gold thread. It's tied to a pool of 135,000 VDT tokens, which is a pretty big pool. And you could mint out 68 VDT or 338 or 668. So I mean, there's a lot of VDT that you can mint out. And then here's where it gets fun. So let's say you get some leather and some rope and some felt, then you can craft those together to get an NFT of a cowboy hat that you'll use in the game.
No.
Walnut and metal and gun oil, you can mint out a gun that you can use in the game, a rusty shotgun, boots, and then where it gets really fun is if you end up with some gold dye or some gold nuggets, then you can make a gold trim hat or a gold shotgun, silver or black. So that's where you get the legendary items.
Wow.
So I mean, it's gamified staking to everything. So even the mint, it's gamified. So look, you're probably gonna, if you're lucky, you get one loot box that has 3 items, and then if you're really lucky, those 3 items will allow you to mint a basic product, right?
Yes.
So that's what we want to do. We want to hopefully that some people are going to get lucky and be able to mint something really just from the loot box. But there's going to be a lot of people that won't be able to, right? You're going to have gun oil, metal ore, and leather.
Right.
So you're going to have to on the secondary market try and find, swap, buy, walnut, and then you can create a shotgun.
This is a very marvelous design because even though some people might get, when they open the box, it's something that they might not really wanted to use it right away. They could just combine with different things together. And do you mind to tell us why do people need to get the boots or the shotgun or the hat? What are the benefits for those?
Well, they're in-game assets. You can switch out the hat in-game. You can switch out your revolver for a shotgun. You can switch out for a pair of boots. And of course, different assets. A gold gun would probably have stronger properties, right? And a wider spread than a rusty shotgun. And it just looks cooler, right? I mean, there's going to be way less gold guns. There's going to be actually very few gold guns. There's only so many gold nuggets, right? It's not even the number of pieces of metal ore that are in the mint versus the number of gold nuggets is, I mean, there's a big gap. That's why the gold nuggets are legendary, right? There's far fewer of them. And then what's interesting, because crafting is part of the whole thing. I mean, if you don't mint it into a gun today, or there's extra wood left over, down the line you're always going to be able to mint it into something within the game, something that's maybe not in this collection.
I see. So people could just keep playing the game and then keep be able to mint other items, right, throughout the way.
Yeah, they could find different items in the game. They could find leather later on, or other items, and make. I mean, we got different kinds of hats, boots. You're gonna have saddles. You're gonna have carriages, right? There's all kinds of stuff that you're gonna want to mint in the game at some point.
So does that
a pair of spurs for your boots?
So does that mean that are those all on chain, right? So does that mean that the number of the second collection will keep moving around, like maybe from 2,000 to 5,000, but then when people merging different items together, it shrink. The number will shrink.
The number of finished items in this collection, if we were to craft everything from all of this number won't change.
Okay.
Right? There's only so number of, and this is the second collection. These are all going to have some wording on them that kind of so people can see what collection they come from.
I see.
But if you saved your metal and you craft it later on into something else, it just wouldn't be part of this finished collection. So actually, I mean, that's an interesting kind of technical question. If people are into NFTs, basically this is going to almost be 3 collections. So be a collection of loot boxes. When if I'm talking like on an OpenSea page, for example, you have the loot box collection, you open them, and you have the raw material collection. And when you combine them, there's a collection of these finished items on the right.
Got it. Okay, so very interesting. So technically kind of like 3 different collections. Thank you for letting us know about that. It's an interesting way for Web3 gaming, right? And have you consider, so for traditional gamers, how to like join and have fun, and also lower the barriers for understanding, oh, okay, I need to mint these, I need to merge that, and then to create the new items in the game?
Yeah, well, in the game, it's a lot simpler, right? In the game, this is really an NFT collection, so it's not even crafted within the game. It'll be crafted on our website, and the items will be used in game. But when people are in the game, yeah, I mean, this again circles back to our gamified staking, where if you're in the game, you'll have these items that you'll find in the game, or buy or trade for in the game, or win during a chapter quest or something, and you would go to, for example, the blacksmith shop within the game, and pull these 3 assets out of your wallet or your backpack. And it's not called a wallet because people will think I'm talking Web3. Pull it out of your assets and give them to the blacksmith, and pay an in-game currency, gold dust, or maybe pay BDT, depending on what item it is, and they will craft this item for you, and it will turn into an in-game asset, which happens to also be an NFT. So if you're not crypto friendly, it doesn't really feel like blockchain, again, because we're on Immutable X. You use your passport, you sign in with your socials. It doesn't really feel like you're working with the blockchain. It's very user friendly.
That is nice. And what is your goal for the second collection and the overall Vendetta game this year? Because as people would keep saying that this is going to be the year of Web3 games. What's your perspective on these?
A fun game. I just want people to have fun. I want this game to be out in the hands of people. I want them to really enjoy it. And I mean, for me, the badge on my desk will be people that say, "Man, this is just a sick game. They have fun playing."
Nice.
And then, yeah, for this collection, again, I hope it's a success. I think it will be, because it's fun. I mean, we could have just done a collection of cowboy boots and hats and loot boxes where you get a finished NFT, but that would have taken the whole fun out of the mint.
Nice. So yeah, this is definitely a true Web3 gaming product, right? Starting from when minting it, it's already interesting, and then playing the game. So where can people?
And sorry, I know to cut you off. Just remind everybody, this is on Immutable, Immutable ZKEVM, so it's basically free. I mean, there's almost no gas fee. And actually, within the game, it is free. If anybody saw the announcement, I think yesterday from Immutable, they're subsidizing all the gas fees for Immutable ZKEVM. So with this game and you interact within the game, there's no blockchain gas fees.
This is epic. I'm searching Immutable announcement right now. I know they are big Web3 games, and actually they took the Web3 emoji, right? On Twitter, if you hashtag Web3, then it's Immutable's logo out there. They took it. And so
I didn't know that.
yeah, try it next time when you hashtag Web3, and then that's Immutable's logo. And I last year I remember they not merge, but they collaborate with another also big ecosystem, because they wanted to push on the gaming space. Wow, these are
Yeah, that's the Immutable ZK or ZK EVM, powered by Polygon. So they cooperate with Polygon. They've created the ZK EVM, and it's super fast. It's basically free, but it is free now also because they're subsidizing it. And if and when they don't, games themselves, projects themselves will subsidize, because again, it's nothing. It costs nothing.
right.
It's such a low cost. Yeah.
That is just amazing, because as a Web3 gamer myself, it does annoying me when I have to pay gas fees and for every transaction I do on the chain in the game, right?
Yeah.
It does add up the cost if you like play the game every day for a year. That's, well, even on the BNB chain, that's like thousands of dollars of gas fees if you do that every day for a year. Yeah, that's our experience and our company members experience as well. So especially if you are like me, right? When I streaming on live, I use my own gas fees to do those games. Yeah, and for long hours, right? For like 8 hours a day, and that's really add up a lot. So it's a great news. Okay, I'm also reading it, and later I will share screen with our audience over here. So Immutable platform with yeah, ZK Event Tech gas free for gamers. That's definitely a great news.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Immutable is great. I mean, we just made the partnership announcement with them recently. And I mean, not only is this a super good feature, but they have the Immutable Passport that really makes it super, super simple for people to just sign up and play. And, you know, they interact with the blockchain without even having that. It doesn't feel like you're interacting with the blockchain.
Nice. It doesn't feel like you are interacting with blockchain. So
Yeah, it's just like a regular game. I mean, you sign in, again, you sign in with your social. It creates a wallet in the back end. You don't have to worry about
interesting.
understanding how to use MetaMask. Any of that. You can, if you want, you can use your MetaMask, you can use your Ledger. But if you just want to sign in with your social and use the wallet they create in the back end and their passport, that's there. Super simple.
Interesting. Interesting. I definitely need to check it on that. Okay. So how about uh how would you bring in more players from the traditional gaming play? Things like you say the players will actually don't feel like it's they are playing a Web3 game, right? Are you going to advertise the Vendetta games across different traditional platforms, or are you still focusing on the Web3?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we're not there yet, right? We're still, I mean, in alpha. So of course, that's definitely the plan at some point. I don't think there's going to be, I think maybe even before we get to there, this gap of Web 2 and Web 3 is going to kind of slowly merge together. I don't think it's going to be such a big gap because, I mean, I know from our game and from this cycle, I see a bunch of new games coming out. We're going to see a lot of fun games now, right? Which we didn't have in the past in Web 3. But there's a lot of cool, really fun games coming out. And I think, and there's a lot of new stuff like this passport or other features or other um, companies that are making it super easy to just integrate Web3 into your game, the blockchain into your game. So I think it's not going to be an issue uh, as we continue that Web2, Web3. I don't think that's going to be a conversation after a few months or even a year.
Ah, I see. After a few months and even a year, so that means the team.
Like let's say a year or more. A few months is a bit optimistic, but I think in a year or two, I don't think there's going to be this Web 2 and Web 3 huge gap.
Oh, is that your vision? That is
That's
awesome.
my prediction. Yeah, I mean
Uh-huh.
because I mean as well as I do. I mean you talk to a lot of people. There's a lot of really cool things coming out that just make it seamless to integrate with the blockchain. Right? These new and every cycle it gets easier and easier and easier. So I mean I don't see why, and people are understanding the ownership of products, of ownership NFTs. If we just, maybe change the name, or if all you need is one Web2 company to just integrate the blockchain seamlessly. You don't really know, and just call it an in-game asset. Don't call it an NFT, and all of a sudden it's just there. It's just happening.
Wow. So the gap between Web2 and Web3, especially in games, right? Well, we will not see the boundaries. And have you then let's talk about another side of the technology. How about VR? I actually went to Apple Store to try on the Vision Pro when it just came out. It's really scheduled a demo
Yeah.
immediately, and that was amazing. So, have you considered let's add integrate the VR tech to the Vendetta games and then put it on Vision Pro store in the future?
Well, I don't know about Vision Pro Store, but absolutely we've considered it. Absolutely, it's something. It's a must. I mean, we'll have to do it at some point. I don't think it. I mean, we're not there yet. The idea is now to get this done well on PC
Mhm.
first. Second, get the side games that we have onto mobile. So we have like the shootout game, the horse racing game, all these side games. We want them also available on mobile. But I think any metaverse is going to have to be in VR at some point. It's just going to become very common, I think.
Right,
But I don't think it's tomorrow, right? I mean, not so many people are out there. I don't think the market's that big yet, and it's not, but it'll come eventually.
right. Because yeah, still heavy and bulky and still expensive, right? So,
Still expensive, and there's not a big enough community
mhm.
out there, right? If we were developed for them, we would have a tiny, tiny community. Even what we're developing now, just for on your PC, is a really small community compared to if we were to just build a mobile game, right?
Right. Right. So you said like the next step will be building mobile games for the side games, and are there
Yeah.
some like are there some teasers like we could already take a look at uh for the games?
For sure, yeah.
That would
We
be
can show.
awesome.
Well, this is on our YouTube, so anybody else who is available, or even on our webpage
Uh-huh.
when you log in. This is our main trailer. That is like 80% in-game footage. We even put it on the side so people know what is in game. Can you see that?
It's presenting. I think yes, yes. We could start to
Okay, I'll
see
wait
it.
for it. It's still okay. Here I go. There's sound.
Welcome to Chalk River, a massively expansive Wild West metaverse. Out here, you have two options. Live by the gun, or die trying.
This in-game footage.
Oh my.
The mining town of Chalk River. Stake your claim on the saloons, stables, and other businesses here. Be warned, though, you're going to have to fight to keep them. With risk to earn, you can play addictive mini-games, including blackjack, poker, and player versus player gunfights. Did I mention zombies? Yeah, well, we have those sons of bitches too, and they make a regular fight look like a prayer meeting. Fully integrated with AI and NFTs, our gameplay is taken to new levels. Buy horses and then breed them for income. Outfit your posse with weapons and clothing. Or just earn gold dust by buying land and mining stakes. The possibilities are almost as endless as the landscape. Chalk River combines the best of the Old West and the digital gold rush. So saddle up, partners, and join us on a wild ride, and you'll be happier than a weasel in a hen house. Visit us at vendettagames.ai and don't miss out.
Yeah, that's it.
That is just definitely amazing, like watching a Wild West movie. And I remember last time you talked about Chalk River, right? Because that was kind of from your childhood memory, living in rural Canada. And do you mind to let us know that in this trailer it says fully integrate with AI? What does that mean? That integrate AI in your game? Thank you.
Yeah. So the AI portion of our game is really NPCs to begin with. So the idea is that you talk with an NFT that's basically open AI, so it can chat with you. It's got that in the background. Eventually, the idea is that when you chat with eventually the idea is that you can create your own in-game storyline chapters, storyline quests by asking the AI NFT to tell them what you want, and they create it for you. And then you can maybe just open that only for your guild, or open it maybe as a paid mission for other gamers. But we're not there yet. But that's something we want to work forward to.
Very interesting.
Yeah, because I think that then of
Right. So, is it already doable that people could just ask the uh-huh. I see. Well, definitely looking forward to that. And um right. And yeah, so yeah, definitely that is really exciting, right, to know about it. And I am also going to yeah, let me share my screen really quick because I see that we are featured on Binance Live front page over here.
oh,
Yeah. Let me share my screen over here so that audience could see it, so that you can also see it. Look at that. Okay. And yeah, so we're very happy that with Brandon's Live team support to feature our AMA session over here on the front page. And friends, if you are watching us on Binance, that would be great, because help us to share the link to different social media platforms or through your socials account, right? So that more people could see us and more people could learn about the Vendetta games. And I am going to drop another round of crypto boxes over here, because we are very glad to have Alex to come back. And Alex, how has this journey over here in Web3 change your views on gaming and building the community? Because as we know that building a Web3 community is definitely not easy, right? And especially, well, we got flippers, we got real gamers. How do you identify between them, and how do you providing support for your true community members that who would really stay and stick together and play your games?
Yeah, I mean, that's really a good question. If you guys, I mean, for all those that are in Web3, and all these projects, I mean, you have all these three types of people.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, I mean, my origin story is really from all three, right? I was an investor, I was a guild owner, had lots of assets in different metaverses. So an investor, and then a gamer. So even in creating this game, we definitely have kept these three people in mind, because they're all equally important. You definitely need the big whales, the investors that come in,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to stake their BDT, right? They want to buy assets. They want to have guilds that help to bring in players and scholars. And then you need the players. I mean, the game's no fun and it's just dead if you have a bunch of people who just have a bunch of money and don't want to play. So you need, players to come in and have fun in there. So yeah, we're building for all three of those. And then even traders. I mean, one of the big things to shout about our last collection was how much volume we had on the secondary market, because it was a free mint, right? And I mean, if you don't have traders, you don't have volume. So I mean, they're all very important in the Web3 space. So we cater to all of them. I think the best way to cater to, you always have to remember your core community, and with that, we have these things like the Frontier Pass, right? So the Frontier Pass, you get the perks, you get the free mints when we do them. We have a horse NFT sale, which is a paid mint, that will be coming up probably in March, April. And it's, I mean, it will go fast because there's a whole ecosystem around horses, breeding horses, the lifespan of horses, all of this. So, I mean, anybody who has a Frontier Pass, they definitely get a guaranteed whitelist spot. We have our token sale, which, I mean, I didn't want to mention it because I feel silly, but you brought it out when we were talking before the call that we should have got some kind of whitelist for Frontier Pass holders for the IDO that's coming up, which I didn't do, but it's not, I mean, it hasn't happened yet, so I will try to do that. So anything we can do for our core members, we definitely are trying to do that, and we have to cater to them and listen to them. I mean, in that video, you see cowboys versus zombies. And I think I said this in our last call, but I was dead set against cowboys versus zombies. I mean, it was like the last thing I ever wanted. But the community wanted it. They asked for it. My team members asked for it. So I agreed. I said, okay, fine, let's try and do cowboys versus zombies. And it turned out to be like one of the best parts of the game. It's a hell of a lot of fun. And I'm loving it now. And we're going to improve on it. There's so much you can do with cowboys versus zombies compared to what we had started. So also we listen to the community, and they give really good ideas on how to improve the game.
That is very nice. Thank you so much. And I like the way how you call people traders. That is very, very good. Okay. I should also learn from you. Okay. In the future, I will just say traders. Yes, traders. Yes. And then just like you mentioned, right? This is definitely a ecosystem that we need all different should we say all different characters, right? That
We do,
yeah.
I mean, even in the token, right? I mean, our IDO is coming up, and then we're going to launch on a SEX on the first week of March. And the conversations is also you want volume, right? You're going to need volume. So again, you need traders. You need people who are just coming to trade the token, or else it's not successful for the SEX.
Right. And so talking about tokens, I that really reminds me in the past that we have seen some projects, right? Because people just wanted to go to the game, mining, the tokens, and then dumping it, right? How would you prevent that to happen? Because Vendetta Games is definitely a great project. I wanted to see it survive long, right? Like we wanted to I would like to like see it together, like just like you say, after a year, right? It doesn't feel like there's a gap between Web 2 and Web 3 games. That's perfect. So
Yeah.
mhm.
Well, our token again, we're in a good time where we kind of saw the last cycle of metaverses and the last cycle of Web3 gaming. We saw what definitely didn't work with the economies, and again, coming at this from a fun game first, and then tacking on the Web3 features, we're able to really design our tokenomics around a fun game. Um, and I think I mentioned this last time, but the main feature of our game is gamified staking. So it's definitely not a grind to earn. It's not, X number of hours equals X number of VDT type game. If anything, it's almost a deflationary because you're incentivized to stake in the game, to run a business, to upgrade that business by staking more and earn in-game revenue rather than just just giving out VDT and just slowly, increasing the circulating supply. That's definitely not what it is.
Nice. And also, how do you expand your token holders and how to expand your gamers? Because from my experience and from my observation in Web3 space, we still have, well, in the crypto part, it's actually definitely a larger community than the gaming community. How would you attract people from the crypto community that wanted to host the token that Vendetta Games is going to launch soon? If they don't play the game.
This is yeah. Well, this game is very, very, as I said, investor friendly because I know the dream of buying assets in a metaverse, buying tokens, staking, and just living off passive income. This is that everybody wants to do this.
Right.
So this game is really geared again towards if you have a bunch of VDT, you just want to stake it, you can. You stake it in a game in one of the businesses in the town. You stake it in the gun shop, for example. You hire scholars to defend it for you, or you're also an NFT whale maybe, so you allocate your NFTs as NPCs to defend that business, and then you earn from in-game purchases. So you don't have to play if you don't want to play. It's way more fun if you do play, but you don't have to. I mean, there's ways to just own the token and stake it to earn or risk. And then if you want to risk, I mean, if you're a trader, you're probably into the risk factor. So there's the risk to earn where I meet you in the saloon in the game. I call you out for a shootout. You put up one VDT, I put up one VDT, and the winner takes the bulk of the pot. So that's also kind of a fun, kind of risky way to play with your crypto.
Right. Yeah, because the other day that another pure crypto project was just asking me, "Hey, Monglai, how do we make like at least half of our Twitter followers become our crypto holders as well?" Because normally, yeah, we have more followers than our real holders, right? And also among our real holders, only, I'm not sure about the percentage, but not all of the holders, yeah, would hold hodl, right? Yeah, they want to trade.
Even with again, trading is not bad. I don't think trading is a bad thing, as long as they've touched the token, right? So even with the free mint, again, they might not be, these are NFT people, but they're going to end up, some of them are going to be holding VDT, either because they've won it in the loot box or because they've soft staked their NFT. So I mean, we're kind of giving away free VDT, but at the same time, we're creating holders, right? So these people are going to interact with the token, and they may come and play, or they may just trade it, which also isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Certainly. That is very nice. Thank you so much for sharing your perspective with us. And so Alex, from the way that you answer our questions, certainly know like your community members love you so much because it just because you were not like biased, right, on any of the people, just warm and welcoming attitude. This is definitely great, and you are willing to dox yourself, right, to show who you really are to others. So what would, from all those experience, how would you wanted to bring the Vendetta games to the next stage? what do you think the next stage will be after maybe 1 year that you think it's seamlessly connecting Web 2 and Web 3? Do you have any plans like adding a different type of genres to your platform,
Oh yeah, you
or are you going
you've
to
been reading.
stick? Uh-huh.
Yeah, you've been reading something somewhere. Yes, that's not really public info, I don't think. I think actually I did mention it on an AMA recently. So yeah, we have a lot of plans. Vendetta games. Vendetta is, I mean, a great kind of genre, right? And it's Wild West. It's Vendetta, but pirates are also Vendetta. Being that I'm in Asia, I've always wanted. I really enjoy the Three Kingdoms story, which I think is basically Chinese cowboys, right? I mean, it's a different setting, but it's the same logic, the same feel. So I would love to do. Well, I want to do like a Three Kingdoms type game, which we see a lot here anyway. But I think we could do it better with a Web3 version, metaverse, and kind of keep that style. So those are definitely games that are in the pipeline. But after Vendetta, China, the Wild West is cooked.
Nice. Yes, we definitely would like to see, the Vendetta games is thriving and booming, right? And also, to attract people, right? Attract players from
Yeah.
different parts of the, whether it's Web 3 or Web 2, right? Because
Yeah.
there are so many different types of gamers, and like my baby sister and my younger brother, they like to play different types of games, right? So yeah,
Mhm.
and
Well, I mean, our games are always going to be a little bit similar. I mean, it's Vendetta games,
right.
so I'm kind of biased. I mean, again, this is a passion project of mine, right? It turned out it grew from something small to what it is today, and I really started building a game that I personally wanted to do. So I'll probably stick on that thing. We're not going to be like a cute game. I don't think
Right.
we're going to create kind of cute games later, or
Uh-huh.
hyper. What are they called? Hyper what fun games, or the mobile games that my daughter plays. Where the girl's walking on the on the model. So we're not going to do those kind of games, but we'll keep on the Vendetta theme. So definitely pirate. I think pirates, and for sure the Three Kingdoms game.
Uh-huh. That is nice. And yeah, thank you for letting us know about that, because I see that a lot of people are very exciting about the upcoming DG and also the upcoming free mint. So
Mm.
other than being a first collection, the Genesis collections holder, what are the other ways that people could get one spot for the second collection? Thank you. The loot.
The second collection, well, we have all kinds of the loot boxes. We have, again, you have Frontier Pass. You definitely get one. We are having all kinds of competitions recently. We just started this campaign, by the way, like a week ago. I think even Monday we announced it, so not even a week. So we have lots of events planned. So if you're in our Discord, you'll see them. We'll do a similar to what we did on our last campaign. So if you can do kind of AI artwork or any kind of artwork, we really enjoy that. Post it on Twitter, doing threads, that kind of stuff. Being active in the Discord, where we use EngageBot and collect points. So there's all kinds of ways to just be active and earn a whitelist spot.
Nice. Yes, that's definitely a great way, right, to encourage the community members to participate and friends to engage. Right? Engaging is really, it's really important. And
I'm there all the time. I'm in Twitter. I'm not in Twitter. I'm in Discord. I'm 24/7 on my phone, so I'm always in the Telegram. So I see this. I try to interact with the community as much as I can.
Oh my, Alex! Wow, it's definitely being a funder of the project, right, and also CEO, managing everything. I could feel you, right, online, 24/7. Did you celebrate the Lunar New Year because you are based in Taiwan, right? Just wonder.
Yes, I celebrated the New Year. Actually, even got stuff everywhere. I still got stuff. This is my whiskey here, my Vendetta whiskey. Look at that.
Oh,
I
cute.
that's when I pour it over. It's upside down, right?
Yes.
Everybody knows that. Because when you pour it, it goes upside right, and then it keeps refilling.
That is smart. That is really smart. Hey, where can we get some Vendetta Games merch?
I always want to. I've got so much Vendetta merch, because again, my traditional business is trade, right? So I have a company in China, so I got lots of connections in factories. So I got all kinds of my own merch. I got water
Right.
bottles, I got a glass, I got a whiskey thing, I got vests,
Yes.
I got pens,
Uh-huh.
all kinds of stuff. And I keep saying, okay, I'm going to open a merch page on our website, but it's just
Right.
there's so much going on that I just haven't got to do it. I haven't got around to it, but soon we'll have it. This is the best one, no? This is amazing. This whiskey.
Yes.
You can you see the Vendetta?
Yes, yes, it's kind of like a see through, right? So we could see what's
Yeah,
inside. Uh-huh.
it's a whiskey thing, and it comes with a whiskey glass.
Oh, nice. Oh my.
Yeah, it's cool.
That could be another business totally.
It could be totally another business. Well, it is
Yes.
another business for me. It is my trade business. But yeah,
Yes.
Vendetta.
Selling merch. Wow, from the Web3 project. Just awesome because for me, if I support a certain product or a certain ecosystem, I would buy their t-shirts or their souvenirs and just wear it. For example, like I have our of course our finance t-shirt, right? And also
Yeah,
have
yeah.
ZK Sync t-shirts. I would just buy it. Yeah. So
Well,
looking
we
forward
had a
to
in our first 6 months, I think about 6 months in, we did a collection of Genesis character NFTs,
mhm.
and we had a very small, closed community. But I mean, they minted out. I think there was
Uh-huh.
only like 120 unique holders, with like 2,000 character NFTs. So I mean, people were buying a lot of them, and I sent hoodies and T-shirts to like a chunk of them. It was a real headache because I had to send them myself personally. Thankfully, my son was in town to help me with the grunt work, but I had them all made up, and then I had to like physically run to the post office, like 5 or 6 runs to get them all there and sent out. So that also is probably why I haven't done a web merch page yet. I haven't figured out how to do the one person to person shipment. B2B no problem. B2C not so good.
Mm-hmm. That is very nice, and I'm so grateful that I asked because otherwise I saw you got the vest, right? I didn't notice that. Wow, the hat, yeah, the cowboy hat. Also, I said you have a lot more. Yeah, wow, this
Yeah.
is you definitely live in your project, you breathe in your project. You're totally passionate with your project. How do you keep pumping and going and moving? Because we know last year that was definitely not quite well for the overall Web3 market, right? And this year we all know that everyone's like motivational, right? Motivated. But how did you keep yourself just moving forward when you face some
Again,
challenges? Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's lots of challenges, but again, it's a passion project for me. So once I'm into it, I'm just so into it. It's so much fun for me that somebody said a quote. I can't remember who it was. One of these millionaires or billionaires. They said, if you find something you love, you never work a day in your life. And when I heard it, I was like, this guy is so full of it. He's just made it and he needs a soundbite. But it's true. Once you find something you love to do, it's not work. It's just a lot of fun. So I don't have any issue getting motivated. In fact, it's the opposite. That's why I'm on my phone 24/7. If I'm not doing AMA or I'm not doing something on this, I kind of get antsy. Like, oh, I got to do something. So it's also personality, but I need to keep busy anyway, and it's something I love to do.
Lovely. Yes, and just like before we officially started same I also told you that I actually stay up all night, right? Because lots of answers, especially right now, everyone says it's not just the season of Web3 game, but it's going to be the year of Web3 gaming. So
Yes,
definitely, yeah.
hopefully. Well, it's looking good. It's looking good. And on that note, you guys who are in the audience, it's perfect timing because
Mhm.
our IDO is coming up in like 7 days. February 28th, it starts.
Nice.
And our TGE and initial exchange offering starts on March 7th. So this is the time to get in. The token is finally going live after 2 years of sweat and labor.
Oh
It's
my.
finally time for it. So it's very exciting time.
And have you have other exchanges contact you, reach out to you that asking you to list on that, or are you going to just make it decentralized and are you going to list the tokens to some centralized exchanges? Any plans on that?
Yeah, so the IDO begins on March 28th,
Mhm.
or sorry, February 28th with GamesPad, GameFi, Trust Swap, and Bullperks.
Mhm.
And then a week later on March 7th, we launch on SX. So it's on the 7th. It's already done, confirmed that it's launching on 6. And we'll do it on one first, and then we'll see about growing to another. We may be on 2, but for sure 1.
Nice. Yeah, all well planned. Yes, and the reason why I didn't ask the precise, Zach, is that I know there are certain rules, right? Maybe you can.
Yeah, we can't say where. We
Yes.
can't yet, but it will be. It is. I mean, we can confirm that it's happening.
That is just marvelous. And friends, look at that. All well planned. Yes, definitely a promising project. And
we actually delayed it. This was supposed to happen the end of Feb, the first week, or the end of Jan, the first week of Feb. But because of Chinese New Year, I didn't feel comfortable. I was like, it's just before the New Year. I thought it'd be a good time. So let's just push it. So we pushed it a month, basically. Yeah.
That's definitely a good move, because I remember, last year and this year, because it's my second year, right? So my second Chinese year in Web3, right? Definitely the overall market was a lot quieter without our Chinese members. Like half of them are gone.
Well, every year is different. Like if it's good year, this it's Chinese New Year, nobody's. And then if it's good, it's like, well, it's Chinese New Year, everybody's buying, everybody's made their hongbao. I mean, I've never seen it. It's always different. Some years it's higher, some years it's lower, and I think they kind of maybe use it as a mistake, as an excuse. But yeah, in general, I think it's usually worse. And even like a lot of exchanges or a lot of companies, I mean, there's a lot of them are in Asia, so I mean, the staff are on holiday, and it's just not as easy to get stuff done.
Right. Totally understand that. Yes. So very glad to have Alex over here coming back to our live streaming again. And maybe next time when you are ready, we could schedule a
live gaming
session.
Yes.
Or when your community members are hosting like some tournament, also feel free to use our platform to host it, so that more audience could watch it together. That would be awesome, because
that's great.
This is certainly a project that I am going to keep stick around with, because I remember when Inferno asked me, hey, we're going to schedule an AMA session with Vendetta games, and I immediately say that, oh my, this is my favorite gaming project. Yes, that's how we had a great time. And even though this time, we kind of speak a bit of 3 different languages. Because our
this time we didn't do any Chinese or Taiwanese.
Because
our in Chinese or Chinese or
our audience over here on Bundes are more internationalized. So that's why English is our common language over here. And in the future, we could schedule another one that's especially targeting to certain community members that we could definitely do a bilingual or trilingual session, right? That's amazing. And certainly let's keep in touch when there are any upcoming community events. Like you feel like, hey, Moonlight, can we do a streaming on Binance Live? Let's just do it, because I am online every day, just like you, right? On my phone, in our streaming session over here, I have been streaming for over 6,000 hours on Binance Live. Yes.
Wow.
Passion.
Yes, I mentioned this before, but I remember you posted something. I think was it where your setup and like your schedule.
Right.
And that was crazy. That's worse. That's way busier than I am.
Right. So behind the scene, right? Behind my gaming chair, it's a beanbag, and I just sleep there. So but that's a life that I choose. I'm totally indigent. Yes. And Alex, you're the cowboy of Web3.
I'm the chief executive outlaw.
Awesome. It's always great to speak with you, and let's keep in touch. Always feel free to come back. I will just share my AMA schedule with you, and when Vendetta Games has some community event, and when I'm free, that you see that, I have free spot over there, and then let's just do it, because I am here 7 days a week, and no break, no Lunar New Year, no Christmas, no any holiday breaks. I just do it every day. Yes.
Let's do it. Do it.
Yay. See you around. Thank you, Alex. Let's keep in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It was a pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye. Feel free to log out of our meeting, and I'm going to do a replay. I will share you the screenshot of our Binance Live front page.
Okay.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye. Once again, it's definitely always a pleasure chatting with Alex from the Vendetta games, because this is a project I feel like, wow, I know the team very well, and they are very genuine, very honest, and just very easy to chat with. And also they work so hard, right? And yeah, so definitely this is a project that I'm going to stick around with and keep looking, keep watching. And friends, if you wanted to get a wider spot, be there Genesis NFT holders, okay? Because supporting each other in the Web3 space is certainly so important, right? We want to support each other. And we also are looking forward to the day that Web3 gaming and Web2 gaming are going to be seamlessly, right, integrating together. And once again, Listen Moonlight, thank you for joining us today. I'm going to wrap up our live session, and I'm going to do replace definitely very well. Okay, for people who missed the previous session over here. Let's go. And once again, shout out to everyone who joined us today. Thank you. I'm going to play our ending video and then do our replays. See you around. And Ali, and I am also going to, as promised, I'm going to share a code over here. Lots and lots of people wanted to get our Ultipilot code, so definitely will not forget about it. Going to copy the invitation link over here. Copy. Friends, do it quick. Otherwise, someone might just grab it. Okay, so do it quick when I post the link on our screen. That I'm going to double check. Okay. Yes, this is the one. Okay. It's February 22nd. And shall I just share my screen to share the code with everyone? Okay. Let me share my screen really quick. I think it's this one. Here we go, friends. The code that you want. If you act fast, it's yours. Okay, and you know how to log in, right? Go to our pilot.ultiverse.io and type in the invitation code, and it's yours to grab. Okay. And I'm going to also post the link over here. Post the link. Where is the link? Here. I am going to post the link under Lee's AMA video over here. Refresh it. Okay. So, people who are watching, let me see. Going to quote this one as promised. Okay. As promised, here's the code. As promised, we gave away cryptos. As promised, I give away cryptos and multiple access codes. During our AMAs. Multiple access codes during our AMAs. Check the comment. Here we go. Check it out. Awesome. I'm going to share these to our, going to share more codes to our group as well. Okie dokie. Got lots and lots of messages over here. I'm going to check out each of the messages and reply over here. Here we go. Okay. We are going to have another AMA session in about 20 minutes, and we are going to give away more crypto boxes and multiple access codes to our participants. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Definitely going to give away more codes because we want more people to be able to join the game and have fun together. Here we go. And we are going to wrap up this live session. We're going to do our replays, and we'll see you in the next round. Okay. Next round will be about 20 minutes. See you soon. Okay, dokie, say bye to friends who are watching us on Twitter Live. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to come back again in about 20 minutes. See you then. And say bye to friends who are watching us on our Twitter, sorry, not Twitter, our YouTube Live. Thank you so much.